Hey guys, my name is Jasmine and today we're going to be making landscapes. To get started, you need paper, a pencil, an eraser, Sharpie, color pencils, and crayons. So to dive into this, you need to know what a landscape is. A landscape is basically what you see outside. It's all the land that you see, that is a landscape and a little snapshot from your eyes. So we're going to be making one of those. We're not going to make it too detailed or complicated. We're going to go really simple, and we're going to use, you can use either your pencil or your Sharpie to get started. I'm going to go into the Sharpie. If you want a bold line, you can also go into the Sharpie too. But to get started, think about what a landscape might look like, what a big field might look like, maybe the park. What we're not going to do for this activity, unless you really want to, we're not going to do stuff like a playground, because you're not going to want to draw the playground equipment, because we're going to be doing big sweeps of color for color blocking, which we'll get into. So for this, I'm going to draw some big shapes. Think of it as like a big field that kind of goes back. And when you're drawing your landscape, think about where the sky is. The sky might be at top, so I'm going to leave my top blank for the sky. But what I am going to do, I'm going to draw a big sun, maybe some big clouds. So this is my landscape. I'm going to go back for like a little bit of smaller stuff later. But these are our big areas where we're going to color. So for color blocking, when you color block, sometimes you use colors that are on the opposite side of the color wheel. But for this activity, we're not going to worry about that too much. We're just going to focus on making each area a different color, so that it's all contrasted, they're all different, they look pretty cool next to each other because they're all different. And to do the coloring part, you can use both coloring pencils and crayons, or you can just use one or the other. I'm going to use both. And when I'm coloring this, and when you're coloring this, it doesn't have to be, all green or all blue. It can be colors that are not typically what your landscapes actually are. So if you go to the park, the grass might be green. Instead of making green grass, you can make purple grass. I'm gonna get lots of different colors here. You can do your sky a different color, do your sun a different color. I'm gonna make my sun pink. So with color blocking, you're gonna make one area a single color, like I said before. So all of your separate areas, they're all gonna be different colors. I'm not gonna blend them together, they're all gonna be their own colors, special for that one area. Some purple clouds. I think I am going to leave my sky white. I will see when I'm fully done if that's what I want. But I think that's my plan for now, because everything else is going to be really super colorful. There are my two clouds. I might add an extra one later, we will see. Gonna make this left one at the bottom here. I'm gonna color that one yellow. And whenever you're doing this, if you want to add things in the distance, like maybe a tree here or there, you can. But also remember that we're focusing on making big areas have color. So think about how your tree is gonna look in your whole picture here. If it's gonna be lost in all the color, or if it's gonna look a little out of place, but it's all up to you. I might draw a little tree to show you how you can do it. When you're also color blocking, you can also think about big patterns. So like with this middle one here, what you can do, you can draw some lines. And you can make either this still one big color because it is still one area, or you can do each little space a different color. And for a tree, let's do a little tree in the very, very back. There's my little tree. Here's my little tree. And if I wanted to do more of these trees, I'd probably only do maybe like 3 or 4 more. I wouldn't want to make it too crowded because otherwise, like I said before, everything's going to get lost. All my colors are going to kind of start getting too close to each other, and that's not what I want for my piece here. Let's see. Haven't used green yet. I'm going to use green. And what you can also do when you're doing your landscape, you can draw what's outside of your house. You can draw what's by your house. You can take inspiration from what you see every day, or you can just make something up, as long as it's a landscape. There's my green. I'm gonna use some other colors that I don't have out yet. Let's see. I have a blue. Do this middle area blue. I'm going to color all of this blue. Some other patterns that you can work with when you're doing your color blocking and your landscape, or maybe like big polka dots or smaller lines. You can do shapes that are like polka dots, like a triangle polka dot, like this. And then you can color inside shapes a different color than what you might color your outside area.
I'm gonna edit this out, but I'm just checking this. Make sure that we have a lot this camera.
Keep it in.
Who is that? Okay.
Okay. And then for the outside area, see how I colored my inside area? That's reddish orange color. For the outside area, let's do a darker green. So it's gonna be a different green than the green that I have down here. So there's that green, and one more area here. And if you wanted, just like another kind of detail, if you wanted to like maybe draw a little lake, do a little lake. I'm gonna make the water of that lake pink. But notice how I didn't do small details, like I didn't draw any like tiny plants or tiny ducks around there, because that might be too small. I don't want it to get lost in all of my other work. Let's see. We have red, yellow, we don't have an orange area. Could do orange, I've done green, I have purple and blue. So let's do orange. I'm gonna add one more cloud to my sky. Because I've also decided that I'm not gonna color my sky, I'm just gonna leave it white. Then I'll have pretty much all the colors of the rainbow in here, including black and white. Grab my Sharpie. Add another cloud. And color it purple like my other clouds. And if you also did clouds, you don't have to color them the same color like how I did my 3 clouds. You can color them all different colors. You can make them just as colorful as your landscape. And that is our landscape. Like I said before, you can do this with the land that's outside of your house, at your favorite places. You can make up something if you want to make it, just make a really fun landscape. But like I said before, this is our landscape. I did everything in different colors, including our patterns here, like this one right here. And we learned about what a landscape is, which a landscape is what you see outside. It's the land that you see, which includes playgrounds. We just didn't want to do a playground for this activity because we're going to keep it simple because we're going to do color blocking, which color blocking is just making things different colors. Each color that's next to each other are different. They stand out from one another, and that's that. Once again, I hope you guys do this activity on your own with different landscapes outside that you might see, including on any road trips you guys might take or anything that you might see in pictures. And thank you guys for creating with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.